Hello, welcome back to another lesson in Vedic astrology. In this video I am going to discuss the various combinations that will let us know whether our next life is going to be in heaven or is it going to be in the much feared place hell. I am going to depend upon the book Bhrigu Sutra, written by Sage Bhrigu, who is often considered as the father of Vedic astrology, much before Maharishi Parashara. Whenever it comes to religion or astrology, we often find ourselves discussing heaven and hell. The reasons are very different because in religion, the good ones go to heaven and the bad ones go to hell. That's it, very simple. In most cases, you'll be told that if you're a believer of God, then you go to heaven. And if you are not a believer of God, then you will go to hell. But whenever it comes to astrology, it is different. You need to have some special combinations, and if these special combinations are there, we will get to know whether the person is going to heaven or is he going to hell. And in case those special combinations are not there, we can be sure that the person is going to stay back on earth and he is going nowhere. Before going on to the actual combinations, we may also look at it from a different point of view. Maybe heaven means a better existence right here on earth, where you get to enjoy a lot of things. You see a lot of people always perpetually in heaven, and if you look around the world of suffering, you will see that there is also the hell right here on earth. So we are not very sure about what is heaven and hell. Is it what religion has taught us, or is it just about a better place on earth? And that's a topic of debate. We are not entering into that area, but let's look at the planetary combinations that will let you know if the person is going to heaven or hell. The first combination is involving the moon. The moon in the 12th. Let's say if this is the Lagna and then you have the moon here. Sage Bhrigu says then this person will go to heaven if there is another benefic. If there is another benefic along with Jupiter, and in case if this is not the planet and we have instead Saturn with the moon in the 12th, then he says this person will go to hell. So this is the first example, but you can have the same combination in 12 different ways. It's possible that you can have the Lagna here and the moon here along with one of these planets, that is possible. Then you can have moon here, Lagna here and then moon here, so you can have 12 varieties of this. As we go through this lesson, you may even wonder, what is the proof for all this? These are non-verifiable because nobody tells us or nobody is in touch with us after he has gone to heaven or hell, so surely it is non-verifiable. So is there a way to find out whether this combination really is dependable or not, or this information is really reliable or not? Sage Bhrigu once again comes to our rescue by saying something more than just heaven or hell part, so we can also use it as a means of verification. For example, I am reading out from Bhrigu Sutra. If Mercury is in the first house, then he will go to heaven after his death. On the other hand, if Mercury is associated with or aspected by a malefic or in a sign of debilitation, Pisces will go to hell after his death. He will be deprived of the comforts of the bed and will be a devotee of evil gods. So these are the clues. Then we have a situation where he says Jupiter in the 12th along with another benefic could also be aspected, or he also says if Jupiter is exalted, own house, and this Jupiter is in the 12th house, then this person will go to heaven. On the other hand, if this Jupiter is afflicted, we can have another situation where, let's say, you can have Lagna here and Jupiter here, and then with Mars. So this is just the opposite of that. Jupiter is debilitated and there is another affliction by Mars. Mars could have been here looking at Jupiter. In all these cases, because Jupiter in the 12th is afflicted by malefics, then this person is supposed to go to hell. And then he says about Venus being in the 12th in the same way. There's no difference at all. He says if Venus is in the 12th, then the person will enjoy his life like the way heavens are being, the heaven is being picturized. And if the same Venus is afflicted by a malefic, then he says the opposite can happen. This person will have a lot of struggle with women and get into the wrong side of alcohol and other forms of enjoyment. The last combination he speaks about this is Saturn in the 12th, again with a benefic, he promises heaven, and in case the same Saturn is afflicted by a natural malefic, then he says this person will go to hell. And this is a very interesting thing. So if you want to verify this, you can also find out the lifestyle of such people. They will be generous in giving. At the same time, you will be surprised that they will also be enjoying life in whichever way they want. Probably they are having lots of credit points carried forward from their past life, and that may, gets them qualified for such enjoyment. And not only that, if you see them continuing with charity and being generous and being basically a nice person, then you can be sure that he is going to go to heaven. In case you do not believe that there is an external heaven or an external hell, and heaven and hell are right here on this earth, because you can see it all over the place. Places like the 7-star hotels where you get everything, good comfort, and then being born in a family where there's so much of wealth and so much of comforts. All these things can also mean heaven. And if the person is born into a place of suffering, extraordinary suffering, a lot of poverty and hunger and so on, then it may also mean that the person is born in hell. Well, as far as this topic goes, it's up to you to decide what Sage Bhrigu means by saying it is heaven, the person is going to heaven or to hell. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and in case you have any doubts, I'm sure you will have lots of them because this is a very interesting topic. Please add them in the comment section, and in case you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do it. So thank you for now.